use or any of your lessons will be some of the first things that you're going to see. I'm going to launch the lesson that we're going to be participating in today. All the difference between live participation and student pace will be discussed in the presentation. So I'm not going to go through that at this moment because it will be discussed in later on. But I'm going to launch live. For those of you all who have 2 devices or will be using 2 devices, I may need you all to turn your videos off because there is a lag. If you're using 2 devices, please enter the code. I'm going to do the same thing because I want to be sure that I'm seeing what you all are seeing as a student. Okay. For those of you who do not have 2 devices and you're going to be using the computer and toggling between Zoom and the student screen, I'm going to copy the link. There are several different options that you can choose. You can email it, which we, of course, do not want to do with children. Social media, which we're not doing either. So clicking on the link will allow you to copy the link for Nearpod. The window for copy was down here. You click it and you can paste it right into the chat. So I'm going to do that for you all. There's a few others that are coming in that may need to log in. I'm going to put the Nearpod link in the chat once more. Okay. And if you're with me, please give me a thumbs up so I know that no one's lost. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and proceed forward. Okay, so once again, thank you for coming to our session today. It's Managing Concurrent Instruction.
Hello.
I'm not sure who has their
March 12th
has their microphone unmuted, but if you can mute yourself, I would appreciate it. All right, so what excites you? At this point, I will take responses if you unmute yourselves. What excites you most about returning to school? And you can just unmute and just share out.
Meeting students. And
yeah.
Reuniting.
Exactly.
Reuniting the students.
Reuniting, having some human contact, right?
Meeting my coworkers, because this is my first year, and learning where the building, the building.
Even where it's located.
Twice.
Seeing the students' faces.
Yes, yes, yes. All great responses. And I think we're all excited about that as well. So I definitely agree with you all. So I'm going to proceed on forward. Okay. All right. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk briefly about setting up your classroom for the first day. We're also going to share how you can search the Nearpod library for lessons, giving your Google Slides a Nearpod makeover. So a lot of time, oftentimes when I show that, teachers get excited about it because it's not remaking, starting from scratch. Using Nearpod with Schoology and Zoom and how those things can work together. And using Nearpod reports so you can pull data and see where your students stand after you have finished the lesson, and it can redirect your instruction. And I'm going to share some resources for you all to have even after we continue on with our PD. Okay, so some of the things that I would like for you all to consider is classroom equipment. What do you have available in your classroom? If you need help or assistance with setting that up, you can reach out to your tech department by contacting the help desk. And we're not going to spend a lot of time on that because they will need to help you with that. Okay, some of you all are going to get a message that you need to look up at my screen from the teacher view. Each one of these videos on this slide, and this presentation was made in Nearpod. Each one of them are videos of how you can connect your equipment. There's 3 different types of equipment that you can have in your classroom. You can have either the Epson interactive projector, the Prometheum active board, or your Dell interactive TV. And then they'll also show you how to connect the USB cord to your laptop. So at any rate, I'm not going to go through the videos themselves, but they will be available to you after this presentation and tell you how to connect your equipment. So some of the things that you may want to consider when you're trying to arrange your classroom: what's the best arrangement to ensure 6 feet? That is part of our guidelines that we're going to follow. So what's the best arrangement for your students that's going to be in person and you be able to do what you need to do and still maintain 6 feet? How are you going to deliver your instruction? I know I'm a standing person. I'm not one that wants to be pinned down to my chair. So how is that going to look? Where in the classroom will you set up your teacher station? So that's your laptop. Where's your desk going to be? If you need a cart, are you going to use your hover cam? Where are those things going to be housed so that you can deliver in your instruction? Will you need multiple devices? Right now, I'm viewing the student version of what you're looking at so that I can follow along with you all. Are you planning to use the interactive board in your classroom? If so, you need to be sure that you're positioning your camera so that the students that's virtual are still able to see that. So those are some things you may want to consider when you're setting up your classroom. So looking up here at the teacher screen, you may have seen this already. This is documentation that the division already sent out and that the CDC created. It's a whole wealth of information on here in this presentation. They even give you some sample layouts that you can consider depending upon what resources you have in your classroom. So this is FYI and some things that you can look over later on when you have the opportunity to go and revisit this presentation. Okay, so here are some sample instruction models that for pre-K through 2nd grade, as well as your upper elementary and your middle, along with high school. The videos are, some are like 10 minutes long. We're not watching the whole video. We're going to watch just enough so you can get an idea of what you could possibly do in your classroom. Now I'm going to fast forward this. Let me make sure. Are you all able to hear? I don't think I shared my sound. Hold on a second. I did not. Okay. So this
What an awesome job singing this morning, girl. You get a pony sticker. Awesome job, Tatum.
I'm not sure if I would
I
put
saw
on stickers,
Haley
but
participating.
it's an
I saw
idea.
her giving me the hand. Haley, you will be receiving a dojo point, and we're going to listen to those points very shortly. Awesome job, you guys. So proud of you. This is a repeat after me song. This is a repeat after me song. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka boom. I said a boom, chicka rocka, chicka
Someone mentioned that it may be hard to hear. It may be the volume, you could turn the volume up on your laptop, or it could be that you just need to see it on when you're personally delivering the presentation. Okay. Somebody else said that they love that song. All right, I'm gonna pause. That's a sample for your pre-K through 2. This is your upper elementary and middle school.
All right, we ready in 5. Y'all wanna count it down to me?
And the feedback is from the
Let's
video.
go, count it down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, let's go. All right, 10 seconds. And we're gonna end it. We looking good. I like the way we have green. Look at our percent. That we got right. It's a lot more right than we got wrong, right? So I think that deserves a round of applause. I think so, girl. Raise your hand and tell me what was that whole quiz about. Is that Sean? 110s and ones. What's another way we can say 110s and ones? Samaria. Place value. So we still talking about place value. I talked about place value yesterday, right? So we still talking about place value. All right. So now I need you to go to your agenda. We're clicking on Nearpod lesson. Thumbs up if we are ready. Thumbs up here. Thumbs up if you're ready. Ezekiel, thank you for keeping that camera on, buddy. All right. Can I have a volunteer to read our objective to us?
Recognize a digit represents 10 times the value of what it represents and place to its right.
So for our fluency practice, I need everybody to stand up right behind their desk. And I need y'all to stand up right behind your chair or wherever you are at home. So we're gonna count by 3 going up. But to count up, we gotta punch up. So y'all ready to punch up? Y'all ready to punch up?
Okay, that's your middle school example. Are you able to hear the video? Okay, just wanted to be sure. All right. Okay, thank you, thank you. And here's your high school example.
So today I want everyone to open up in their Google Classroom today's assignment. So our objectives are gonna be, we're gonna be able to create a model that describes how water diffuses throughout our cells in our body. And first we're gonna be doing a collaboration board. We're gonna be learning a little bit about osmosis, and then we're gonna do a notice of wonder chart, and there's some scenarios we're gonna work through. And then lastly, since you guys all requested it, we are gonna do a Kahoot. So first, let's open up that Jamboard. So on your slide, you have a link that connects to Jamboard. Open that up for me. What is your favorite thing to drink during practice or while you're at a game? So you can grab a sticky note. On the left side of the toolbar, you can change the color to say I want blue. Type in, what is your favorite thing to drink while you're at the game? Before you start, maybe after. What do you like to drink? Save it and then.
Okay, and I'll note that she has a monitor over here as well as her Mac, it looks like there. The full version, you can watch that. It will, like I said, I will be sharing the presentation so you'll be able to have access to the full videos. But that gives you an idea of something that you could possibly do in your classroom, regardless of the grade level that you're teaching. Okay, just so I'm not sure if anyone came in late, I'm going to copy the link. If you want to participate in the lesson, there's the link as well as the join code for Nearpod. Okay.
Ain't no Nearpod.
All right, so there's several different ways you can find a lesson in Nearpod. This is a video that shows you how to use the library. And there will be an interactive question that you all will be participating in as well.
Today, we will learn how to search the Nearpod library for lessons and videos. Once in your Nearpod account, select Nearpod Library in the gray panel on the left-hand side. You will be defaulted to our home Nearpod library page. Here, you will see a rotating banner of new features and content we've created for you to enjoy. Underneath, you will see folders with featured lessons, lessons by publishers, videos, and premium packages. The second way you can search the Nearpod library is using the search engine. I can search and filter the Nearpod library by typing in any key term, such as fractions. You can see here we have a variety of K through 12th grade standards aligned lessons and videos for you to choose from and add to your library. The third way to filter your Nearpod library is using the gray panel to the left-hand side. Here, you can filter by lessons or by videos. Lastly, you can search the Nearpod library by standard. First, begin by selecting the state in which you teach in. Then, select the subject, the grade level, and the specific strand. If you have
Okay, I'm gonna hide. Ooh, let me go back so I can hide. Okay, you should have on your screen a way that you can respond to that question. And all you have to do is type in your responses. So let's see. I can have 8% to participate. Okay. It's clear on my screen, so I'm not exactly sure, but if you want me to go through it towards the end of the session, I can. It's clear on my screen, so I'm wondering if the conversion from Nearpod to Zoom may be a little bit fuzzy. I'm not sure. But that's something we can look into.
It's worth noting that when I use Nearpod in my classes and I'm sharing my screen, it's not blurry for my students, so it could just be a glitch.
With your share screen, I would make sure that you don't have both of the share screen boxes checked. There's one box there that you use only when you're showing a full screen. So instead of checking both of those boxes, I would just select one.
Okay, let's see what happens.
If you're following along in the Nearpod lesson, you should be able to see it clearly.
All right. So we should have a fair amount of people who have responded to the question. So we're going to move ahead, but you're able.
If you have any further questions, please visit nearpod.com.
You're able to see exactly
resources
what your kids
or email us at
were.
support@nearpod.com.
Okay. So this one will show you how this one is going to show you how to Nearpod or do a Nearpod makeover for your Google Slides presentation. Is it clear? Is the image clear now?
Here's my favorite.
That's so much better, yes.
Adding Nearpod add-on to Google Slides. We go to add-ons from the menu, click Get Add,
Okay, so we should have a question on our screen if you're following along with us. Let me see what we have here in terms of responses. As you can see, the participation rate is at the top, and you can see how many kids are participating in your lesson. Yes, you click on add-ons. Thank you. I'm going to move on so that we can be sure to finish this.
Click Get Add-ons. Type in the app that you want, and in this case, it is Nearpod. Select Nearpod. Click on the icon. Click the Install blue bar button. Once it asks for permissions, granted permissions by pressing Continue.
And at this point, it's not seen in the video, but the question of what credentials are you going to use, either Outlook or Google, and that pops up. So you'll have that pop up as well.
In this case, for my division, since we have a license for Nearpod, I need to use my credentials to sign on or sign in. And I need to, once again, allow permission. So I'll click Allow.
I apologize for interrupting.
And I've added Nearpod to Google
Slides. Installing the?
Say it again.
Is that an install for an extension? Is that what they're talking about?
It's an add-on. An extension is something you add to Google Chrome. This is an add-on within Google Slides. So once you have your Google Slides account, you'll see add-on one of your options, and then you can add it that way.
Thank you. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Mm-hmm.
What will that do for me? Once I go to add-ons and select Nearpod, I can now add in interactive activities right into my pre-made Google Slide presentations. So I do not have to reinvent the wheel. I clicked on the collaborative board to add it to the slides. I'm typing the title for my collaborative board. And save it. Once I save it, the activity is added directly into my presentation, and now I'm adding some interactive activities within my Google Slides presentation. Thank you. Okay. Hope you like it.
Okay. So that's how you can give your Google Slides presentation a Nearpod makeover. Okay. Oh, all right. So now we have Schoology, we have Nearpod, we have Zoom, and all of these pieces are needing to come together. So as you notice, I am using Schoology right now. So you have the app in your Schoology course. The videos that are going to follow will show you how to add those things or how to add Nearpod lessons into it. If you attended our Nearpod session on the 25th, there's an excerpt of how some different ways you can deliver synchronous and asynchronous instruction. So that will be in there as well. Okay, so this is the next two videos, and like we have, some of us already know if you've used Nearpod, there's more than one way to get to the end result, but we're only going to show a few.
All right.
This quick video tutorial will demonstrate how to use Nearpod within Schoology for Nearpod school and district users. Once you have Nearpod installed, you'll find it in the left navigation menu. Click on Nearpod, and from there, you'll have access to the entire Nearpod site. When you're in Nearpod, you can launch a lesson directly from Schoology. For example, I can launch a live lesson, and my students can join my Nearpod lesson by entering the code. You can also add Nearpod as a course material. Go to the left navigation menu and click on Materials. Then click on Add Materials and click on Nearpod. You can add a Nearpod live lesson or student.
Okay. So now this is a multiple choice question. From the teacher's view, you're able to have two different ways of viewing the information that comes in. Go ahead and answer the question, and then I'll show you the different ways you can see the data. Okay, and so right now you're able to see who answered, what percentage is correct, what percentage is incorrect. And then that way you're able to evaluate real time how the students are performing or how did they receive the information that you hope for them to receive. As the answers are coming in, I'll show you another way that you can view it. You can also view your responses, okay, for each of the students. But I probably would keep it on the pie chart so that the students can see it. I'm going to continue on with the video.
Live lesson or student-paced link. For example, let's say I add the student-paced link. Now, my students will have access to the student-paced Nearpod lesson from their Materials tab in Schoology. If you'd like to learn more about Nearpod's integration with Schoology, please visit nearpod.com/LMS-integrations. Thanks for watching.
Okay, I'm going to, it seems as if someone may have lost connection. I'm going to copy the link for the presentation one more time into the chat box. And Adrian, you asked to see something over again. I think that was Adrian. Your name was kind of cut off. If you can unmute and let me know what you were trying to see over again.
They showed how we could connect the add-on with Nearpod, and I did that. Then they showed another step after that.
That was adding a activity to your lesson. And so
that's the one.
Okay, so and just know you will have access to the full presentation. So you can rewatch this as many times as you need to. Okay, so I have the add-on already. I'll click on Nearpod,
Now.
open Nearpod. Oh, Lord, now it's giving me an update. I'm signing in with my Petersburg credentials. And I think I may have opened up my personal email account, but nevertheless, let's see what, hopefully it'll work. This is my personal email, so it's not, what I'll do is come back to this. I don't want to run out of time, and I'll promise to go through it through my my Petersburg credentials. If you just give me one moment. Okay, monitoring student progress using Nearpod reports. So Nearpod provides reports on your lessons, the video, interactive videos, your quizzes, your collaborative boards. You get to see all of that information. And be able to share it and discuss it in data meetings.
Today, we're going to learn how to assess and download your post-session reports. To start, select on the Reports tab underneath your My Library button. Once your reports have populated, select the specific report that you would like to see. Once opened, you will see a quick summary of your students' general participation. You can see your students' names, their participation percentage via feature that you inserted into your Nearpod lesson. You can also see total participation. You'll be able to select on specific features that you've inserted into your Nearpod lesson and see individual students' names with their responses.
And those are each one of the activities she had in the lesson, and you can see their responses.
When you're ready to download this specific report, you can select download. You have the ability to download any report in PDF or CSV file, along with session view, meaning you will collect and download all of your student submissions, or student view, meaning you will collect and download one individual student's submissions. You can also share this report with a co-teacher, an administrator, or a parent.
Okay, so now you have another multiple choice question, and it's asking, who can you share it with? Exactly. And these are some reports you can take to your data meetings and discuss it with your team. You can talk about strategies to address whatever needs you're seeing that the kids have. And it's just great information. And again, you can also click on this icon to see individual responses as well as the pie chart. Okay.
If you have any further questions, please visit nearpod.com.
I'm going to cut that short so that I'll have time to go answer any questions after we finish. Okay, so it's your turn. That was a lot of information in a short period of time, and I still have about 8 minutes left before we have to go off to the our division-wide professional development. But I do want to know, how likely is it that you're going to use Nearpod for your concurrent instruction? And then after this question is answered, we're going to, and I'm hiding your responses. I'm going to ask, what would you need to see? I know we went through this information pretty quickly. So it's, you know, it's, I guess, PD on steroids. But given the time, that's, you know, it's just what the nature of the beast. But like I said, we are going to have this available to you so you can go back through it. But it does give you the opportunity to have a one-stop shop for instruction and get feedback, have a formative assessment built into your lesson. And it's pretty much a no-brainer. You can stay in that one place and still deliver your instruction. Okay. So all right. And just know, as you're trying to navigate all of this information, we are here to support you. Can I get a little, let me see, 104, 64. Can we at least get up to 70%, so we'll know what direction we need to go in? But that's good. A fair amount of you could see yourselves using it on a weekly basis. And some even daily. That's awesome. Okay. For the sake of time, I'm going to move forward because I do want to go back and answer that question. All right. You can either have it so that you approve the messages before they pop up on the screen on a collaborative board, or you can just have it open. I prefer, for this situation, I'm not going to want to approve, but in your classrooms, you may want to approve the messages that go up from your students. But you should have on your screen an opportunity to type in your response down at the bottom. What would you like to experience in your next Nearpod PD? And while you're filling that out, I'm also going to give you a PD survey. So when you have an opportunity, go ahead and click on that and fill out the survey for us. I'm also, while you're filling that out, going to put the access code to the instructional technology resource course in Schoology, so that you will have access to this presentation. And if you did not have an opportunity to sign in, here's your opportunity. What's next? I like the image. More examples of using Nearpod, absolutely. Creative ways of using the platform, more time, slide by slide. I wish that we had the time because it's so much that it offers. I think that it could, I could figure out how to use it by doing it, absolutely. And they have a lot of videos, a lot of self-guided. We are here to support you through that process. And it is, what I like about it, it is intuitive. So you can figure it out. You can click around, you can't break it. So clicking around and trying to figure out what's there is possible, okay? So as I shared before, ladies and gentlemen, there are resources available to you. I want to mention this icon at the top. If you're a SPED or L teacher and know about Immersive Reader, that's the icon for Immersive Reader. We'll do a later PD on more in depth on that so that you can know what that offers for your SPED and your L students. But write down this or copy this access code, which is also in the chat, and that will give you access to our resources from our department that's going to help you navigate what's this uncertain time that we are. Okay. I see Tiffany knows about immersive reader. It'll give you access to all of those things. But are there any questions as I click into my Google Slides so I can show Adrian what to do with the add-on for Google Slides? Are there any questions?
Can you repeat where you put the access code? I missed that.
The access code for the resources, you'll have to, let me flip around here. You'll click on courses, my courses. And click on join a course. And that's where you'll put your access code to join, and just click join once you enter in the access code. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So let me get around to my drive so I can answer this question. I have 2 minutes. Yeah, are you going to need some? You may, and that's where you can ask your tech in the building or put in a request to see if they can offer you another device. I'm using my cell phone. I don't know if you don't have unlimited data, that's not something that I would encourage. I just added 3 different features to my practice deck. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go through the steps anyway, Adrian, just in case someone else needed to see it. But that's awesome. She said that she added three different features. Awesome. That's awesome. So anyway, you'll go to add-ons, Nearpod, open Nearpod. Once you click on open Nearpod, it's possible. It's definitely possible. All right. So all of the activities that you will want to add or may be interested in adding, you can, they're listed here. So we'll click on collaborative board. And I'll type a name, save it. And voila, it's there. Okay. I have 14 seconds. Any last minute requests or asks, I will put all 3 things: access code, ITRT assistance form, sign-in sheet, PD survey. I'm gonna drop all out of, and that's the bell to say it's time for us to part. But I'm gonna put it in there. Hope you got something out of this. If you need more assistance, we are here for you. Have a wonderful day and happy Friday. Have a great and safe weekend.